Have you ever wanted a motorcycle that feels alive the moment you hop on it? A bike that doesn't drown you in tech modes or complexity, but instead gives you pure riding feedback. Direct, real, and unforgettable? That's exactly what Yamaha had in mind with the 2026 Yamaha DT180, a dual-purpose machine that doesn't just take you places, it makes you want to go there again and again. The instant you see the DT180, something about it feels right. Not flashy, not oversized, just purposeful, balanced, ready. The proportions aren't overdone. The stance doesn't look awkward. It looks capable. Every line, every contour tells you that this bike is built to be ridden, not just admired. Walk around it and it feels compact yet strong. Spoked wheels with rugged tires hint at dirt trails. A tall, slim tank and long travel suspension suggest adventure. The upright ergonomics say, you're in control. There's no excessive plastic, no oversized fairings, just the essence of a machine that wants motion, momentum, connection. Swing a leg over the seat and the first thing you notice is comfort paired with confidence. Your feet touch the ground with assurance. The bike feels light beneath you, not intimidating at slow speeds, not burdensome in tight corners. The handlebars fall naturally into your hands. Your posture is upright and ready, relaxed, alert, and connected. Before the engine even starts, the DT180 already feels like a bike you belong on. Now press the starter. The engine awakens with a satisfying, purposeful tone. It's a refined 180 cubic centimeters single-cylinder engine tuned for usable power. Torque that's present where riders actually need it. Low end for tight sections, mid-range for flowing urban roads, and high enough to stay confident on open stretches. There's no sudden punchiness that surprises you, just smooth, predictable thrust when you want it. Twist the throttle and the power delivery is crisp, controlled, and connected. You never feel like you're wrestling the bike. Instead, you feel like you're working with it. That's the characteristic riders love about dual-purpose machines: communication over chaos. City streets, the DT180 handles them with confidence. Narrow lanes, busy intersections, tight corners. Nothing feels stressful. The chassis is well balanced. The lightweight nature of the bike means you're nimble, not overwhelmed. Filtering through traffic feels natural. Parking feels easy. Slow-speed maneuvers become a fluid conversation between rider and machine. But the city is only the first act. Move on to open roads and the DT180 settles into a relaxed, confident rhythm. This bike doesn't need to be the fastest on the highway to feel alive. It doesn't chase top-speed headlines. Instead, it rewards momentum. The engine hums steadily. The suspension keeps you comfortable. Vibrations stay controlled. All of this encourages one thing: enjoying the ride itself. What makes riding the DT180 truly special is how comfortable it feels at moderate speeds. The seat is supportive without being overly soft. The upright ergonomics reduce strain on wrists, shoulders, and back. After an hour on the road, you still feel eager, not exhausted. That's a critical advantage when you start riding longer distances without even planning for it. Hold a lean in a sweeping corner and the bike responds predictably. Lean angles feel confident. Corrections feel intuitive. You're not fighting physics, you're engaging with it. That's where the real joy of a lightweight dual-purpose machine shows, not in numbers but in feel. Then, of course, comes the moment that defines dual-purpose capability. The pavement ends. Loose gravel, dirt trails, uneven ground, washboard segments. This is where the DT180 shows its true nature. And it shines. The long travel suspension soaks up imperfections without feeling unstable. The chassis stays composed. Standing on the pegs feels natural, and weight shifts translate instantly into control. The bike doesn't panic. It doesn't flinch. It flows. Loose surfaces that would intimidate bigger, heavier machines feel manageable here. The front end tracks confidently. Steering remains smooth. You don't fight the bike, you guide it. That's the beauty of a bike that doesn't try to be everything at once. It does specific things exceptionally well. Now let's talk about limitations. Because transparency builds trust. The DT180 isn't built for full-on motocross tracks or extreme enduro climbs. If you're chasing 40-inch desert dunes at high speed, this isn't the RX that was built for it. The suspension, while balanced and confidence-inspiring, isn't race car stiff, nor is it extreme terrain prepared. It's designed for real-world dual sport use. Mixed surfaces, fun exploration, light trails, fire roads, gravel back roads, and pavement with personality. That's not a drawback. That's intent. The DT180's strength is in its versatility, not over-specialization. Fuel efficiency is a major advantage. The 180 cubic centimeter engine sips fuel, meaning fewer stops and more riding. Detours become spontaneous, not logistic regrets. Roads you never plan to ride suddenly beckon. Adventure becomes accessible, not just aspirational. Technology on the bike stays purposeful. You won't be scrolling through mindless menus or configuring dozens of ride modes before you even start. Instead, you get a clean, readable dash showing what matters: speed, gear position, fuel level, trip information, and essential indicators. No clutter, no distraction, just the ride. For some riders, the lack of advanced modes or elaborate electronics might feel minimalist. But for others, especially riders who want direct connection over digital distraction, this is exactly what makes the DT180 feel alive. Braking performance is smooth and composed. The brakes provide confident stopping power without harsh bite. Progressive feel builds confidence, especially on mixed surfaces where traction can change under your tires. This isn't abrupt, it's predictable. And that's critical when riding in varied conditions. What truly defines the 2026 Yamaha DT180 isn't just how it rides, it's how it makes you ride. Because this motorcycle doesn't isolate you from the experience with layers of tech. It brings you into the experience with every throttle twist, every suspension bump, and every lean angle. Over time, you start to feel subtler things: rhythm in motion, momentum with lightness, confidence in precision. You learn to read terrain not as obstacles, but as invitations. You refine your inputs: smooth throttle work, subtle body weight shifts, confident braking. And suddenly you realize you're not just controlling the bike. You're communicating with it. That's where riding stops being a task and begins to become art. For new riders, this is a bike that builds confidence without intimidation. For experienced riders, it is a reminder of why they started riding in the first place. Because it feels alive. And here's the part that surprises many riders. After a long day of twisty roads, gravel tracks, and open landscapes, you don't feel tired. You feel invigorated. You want to ride just a little bit more, just one more kilometer, just one more trail, just one more sunrise ride. That's the difference a well-balanced motorcycle makes. So, who is the 2026 Yamaha DT180 really for? Riders seeking fun and connection, not just horsepower. Commuters who want everyday confidence. Weekend explorers who love mixed surfaces. City riders who enjoy flow and agility. Adventure lovers who crave spontaneity. Anyone who values experience over complexity. This bike doesn't just take you places. It makes you feel like you're meant to be there. It doesn't shout. It communicates. It doesn't intimidate. It encourages. It doesn't distract. It immerses. Every ride feels personal. Every road feels memorable. Every second feels alive. This is Acer Rider. Ride confident. Ride aware. Ride with intention. And rediscover what it means to feel alive on two wheels with the 2026 Yamaha DT180. Disclaimer: some details, performance interpretations, and feature descriptions in this script were generated or assisted by AI based on historical Yamaha DT lineage, motorcycle design trends, and expected industry direction. Official Yamaha specifications may vary upon final release.